Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, or anything that has been going on in my life. I kind of use this channel as a bit of a way to journal and, just keep track of my life and hopefully see how things change over time, and I'm taking you along on this journey with me. And in today's video, I just want to talk about my love for podcasts. Lately, I've been listening to podcasts as my default learning mechanism, I guess. And I've really been enjoying it, mostly because it's mostly people just talking, and it's like I have this thing with books where I really need to make sure that I'm always, not missing any information or something like that, and I always feel this compulsive need to want to highlight everything. And basically, I can my brain, I'm trying to overcome it, but basically, I kind of want to be to make sure that I'm always following with what the book is saying, and basically to highlight the points that I like. And with podcasts, I don't have to worry about that. I can just listen to a conversation between a few people and just learn from it in a basically casual way, but in a way that's enjoyable and not does not take too much mental energy for me to absorb the information. And so one way that I've been doing this is that basically I would just open my Spotify app and listen to some new podcast episode that has been from some of the podcasts that I've been subscribed to, and basically let it podcast will podcast Spotify will suggest some podcasts and basically have a queue of next podcasts, and basically I would just let it run until I'm in a mood for something else, or I have to do something else, jump on a train, or study, or do something else, or come back home and start to watch some TV, or do something else. And basically I've really been enjoying this because I've been able to listen to a lot of different perspectives, because basically the way that I go about it is that whenever I listen to a podcast that's by someone, and then they're interviewing someone else, and maybe that other person has a podcast, or maybe they mention someone else who's interesting and they have a podcast, so I basically just subscribe to the podcast, and basically they will pop up in my queue, in my playlist of podcasts. And that's been really fun. I've been really enjoying it because basically I'm not constricting myself to only the podcast, to the people that I know, but also people that I listen to from other content, and then that I find is interesting, and that I want to be introduced to their work. And so basically, just try to gather this breadth of different perspectives that I try to learn from. And it's been really, really interesting, because this way I feel like I'm learning so much faster than by reading books. Obviously, books, there's this great feeling of I love going deep into a topic and reading a book about it, and that's really enjoyable to me. It's just that right now I'm in this period of my life where I don't have too much mental energy, especially with Ramadan, even though I'm not fasting these past 3 days because I'm on my period, and we're allowed not to fast during this period of time. Obviously, you need to fast outside of Ramadan to make up for the days that you did not fast. So that's the caveat. But other than that, I've really been enjoying this. Learning a lot of things, widening my horizons of information that I listen to. And it's just a good way to sample information from different sources, and expose myself to different perspectives. That's not necessarily feasible when you're reading books, because when you're reading a book, you're only seeing the world through that person's perspective, and it's really valuable to get a lot of people's perspectives. And in order to do that with books, you need to read a lot more, and that's just something that I currently don't have the bandwidth to. So it's okay for now. I'm just using podcasts as my way to learn, and each time of my life, like my life is in different periods of time, and so basically sometimes I'm more in the mood for podcasts, sometimes I'm more in the mood for books. It depends on the period entirely, whether I was on vacation and had a lot of time on my hands, and so I just had the time to basically sit down and like listen slash read books for 2-3 hours a day. But actually I haven't had a vacation for the past 4 months, I guess. So I really haven't had the time to do that, but I'm still putting in some learning, making sure that I get my learning time in. And I've really been enjoying the podcasts, learning a lot. And sometimes it's not like learning a lot. It's good to hear the same advice from different sources. It just gives you different perspectives on how, like, yeah, it just gives you a breadth of perspectives on how to tackle a problem, but from different lenses, and then that ultimately leads to the same result, which basically reinforces the validity of that conclusion. And it's just interesting to hear about these different topics and basically widen my horizons. Something else that happened today, I received my Heights supplements, so I'm not sponsored by Heights, I wish. But basically, I've been really thinking about this in the past, I don't know, maybe since they started sponsoring Ali Abdaal, and he was talking about them on his channel /podcast /everything. It's because it's a brain health supplement, and I really had it on my like, I don't like to buy stuff impulsively, so like whenever I'm thinking about buying something, I delay basically the time that I buy it. So I've been thinking about this for like at least, I think, 2 to 3 months, and I finally did it this week. I think that's when I ordered this, because I was listening to a podcast and basically this podcast it was the topic was health and like brain health and stuff, and that's when I was like, okay, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and now it's finally like, okay, now I have to do it. So I just went ahead and ordered some, and I just received it today, and so I had my first brain supplement portion today. Also, I also started using electrolytes. Just like a few, like, let's say, I think it was 2 weeks ago or something like this, just before Ramadan started, I think, or right when Ramadan started, because I wanted to have enough energy during the day, even though I was fasting. So like just be hydrated, like to stay hydrated during the day. And I remember that Tim Ferriss mentioned that when he would do his 72-hour fast, he would supplement with the electrolytes, and basically I just got some to take before I go to sleep, or like basically before I'm not allowed to eat anymore. So basically before sun up, before dawn, I guess. And yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to see how this Heights thing works out. I got my first 3 months supply, so I have like 2 other boxes like this stored right there, and I'm really looking forward to see how this goes, because it's science backed, and like the stuff that's in here is scientifically proven to help with brain health. and just energy in general. And this is a topic that's really important to me because obviously my brain is my most important resource because I am in knowledge work. And so, you know, taking care of my brain is really something that's important to me and that I've been trying to be more deliberate about. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to see how this goes. I finally jumped the gun and got the subscription. So yeah, hopefully this like in a few months I'll look back on this and see if my energy has improved, if my sleep has improved, and if my focus has improved. Hopefully it will. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what this will look like. But yeah, I guess that's all I had to say for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!